Jai Hind everyone, my name is Dr. Divya Bharti. Today we are going to discuss two-port network. Subject name is Network Analysis and Synthesis with subject code KEC 303. So earlier we had discussed the transient response and all. So today we will discuss what is two-port network. So these are the content for today's discussion. First we will see introduction about the two-port network, that means what is two-port network. Then we will see different types of parameters that are to be discussed, and these parameters are used for analysis of two-port networks. So there are Z parameters, Y parameters, ABCD parameters, H parameters, G parameters, and T inverse parameters. Okay, so we will go into the content. So earlier also we had seen the definition of the two-port network. Okay, so a two-port network has two pair of terminals. Okay, so two pair of terminals, and one pair will be known as the input port and another pair of terminal will be known as the output port. As shown in this diagram here, as we can see in this diagram, so there are four terminals. Okay, so suppose this is 1 dash. Okay, so this is 2 and 2 dash. So four terminals are there, and we can say two pair of terminals. Okay, so 1 dash is one pair, 2 dash is another pair. So one pair of terminal, that means 1 dash or 2 dash, we can take any one. Okay, so one pair of terminal will be the input port and the other pair will be known as the output port. So there are four variables, as we can see in this diagram. So there are four variables: V1, I1, okay, I2 and V2. Okay, so V1, I1, okay, V2 and I2. Okay, so here four variables are there. Okay, so two of these variables can be expressed in terms of other two. Okay, we can express V1 I1, okay, V1 I1 in terms of V2 I2, or I1 I2 in terms of V1 V2. Okay, so there are four variables V1 V2 I1 and I2, and these four variables are associated with this two-port network. Two of these variables can be expressed in terms of the other two variables. Thus, there will be two dependent variables and two independent variables. Okay, suppose we are writing equation of V1 V2 in terms of I1 I2, or we are writing equation of V1 I1 in terms of V2 I2. Okay, so that means V1 I1 will be independent and V2 I2 will be dependent. So the number of possible combinations generated by four variables, okay, there will be various possibility. Okay, there will be various combination of the variables of two variables. Okay, so and that can be given by 4C2. Okay, by the law of permutation combination, we can take two variables, that means 4C2. Okay, out of 4, because 4 is the total number of variables and we are taking two at a time. So the number of possible combination generated by four variables taken two at a time, we can write that as 4C2. Okay, so there are six possible sets of equation, okay, that will describe the two-port network. Okay, 4C2, if we solve this, that will be 6. That means there will be 6 set of equation that can describe this two-port network. So here, okay, here we can, as we can see here, so open circuit parameters, short circuit parameters, transmission parameter, inverse transmission parameter, hybrid parameter or inverse hybrid parameters. Okay, H parameter, this is the H parameter. Okay, this is H parameter. Okay, this is G parameter or inverse hybrid parameter. This is ABCD parameter or T parameter. Okay, and this is A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Okay, this is Z parameter and this is Y parameter. Okay, so in Z parameter, V1, V2 will be expressed in terms of I1, I2. Okay, in short circuit admittance parameter, here I1, I2 will be expressed in terms of V1, V2. Okay, in transmission parameter, V1, I1 will be expressed in terms of V2, I2. Similarly, in inverse transmission parameter, V1, I2 will be expressed in terms of V1, I1. Okay, so in hybrid parameter, V1, I2 will be expressed in term of I1, V2. ठीक, यहाँ पे here inverse hybrid parameter, in inverse hybrid parameter, here I1, V2 will be expressed in terms of V1, I2. Okay, so the overall equation will be, suppose we are writing the open circuit impedance parameter equations, then V1 will be Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Okay, so we will be having two sets of equation. Here I1, I2, we can write this as I1 equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2, I2 is Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Similarly, in transmission parameter, V1 will be A V2 minus B I2 and I1 will be C V2 minus D I2. Okay, in inverse parameter, inverse transmission parameter, V2 will be A dash V1 minus B dash I1 and I2 will be C dash V1 minus D dash I1. Hybrid parameter, okay, equations of hybrid parameters will be V1 equal to H11 I1 plus H12 V2 and I2 will be H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Okay, so for inverse hybrid parameters, equations will be I1 equal to G11 V1 plus G12 I2 and V2 will be G21 V1 plus G22 I2. So the Z parameters of two-port network may be defined as by expressing two-port voltages V1 and V2 in terms of current, in terms of two-port currents, that is I1 and I2. So V1, V2 will be function of I1 and I2. Okay, so V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 is Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So in matrix form, the equation can be written as this. Okay, the individual Z parameter of a given network can be defined as by setting each port of current equal to 0. Okay, suppose we need to calculate Z11, then if we take I2 as 0, then we will be having Z11 as V1 by I1. Okay, so that means I2 is 0, that means output port is open circuited. Okay, so when we open circuit the output terminal, output port, so I2 will be 0, then we will derive Z11 as V1 by I1. Similarly, when I2 is 0, we can derive Z21 will be V2 by I1. Okay, so when we are open circuiting the output port, okay, so we can derive two parameters, okay, Z11 and Z21. Okay, so Z11 is the, what it is representing? It is representing the impedance and it is representing the driving point impedance. Okay, so Z11 is the driving point impedance when output port is open circuited. Okay, it is also known as open circuit input impedance. Okay, open circuit input impedance, because it is the ratio of the input voltage to the ratio of the input current. Similarly, Z21 is the V2 by I1, so it is the transfer impedance of the output port when open circuited. Okay, so Z21 is the transfer impedance when output port is open circuited. It is also known as the open circuit forward transfer function. Open circuit forward transfer function. Transfer. So here, this is the, when input port is open circuit. Okay, when input port is open circuited, that means I1 is 0. So Z12 will be V1 by I2. Okay, and Z22 will be V2 by I2. Okay, so when we are opening the input port, okay, so Z12 and Z22 can be written. So here the equation that we had written here, this equation, suppose this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So these two equations can be represented in circuit form as this. Okay, so here V1, if you write the equation, V1 will be Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and if we see this output port, So V2 will be Z22 I2 plus Z21 I1. So this is the equivalent circuit of the two-port network in terms of Z parameter. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit of two-port network in terms of Z parameter. So as the impedance parameters are measured with either the input or output port open circuited, that's why these are called the open circuit impedance parameter. Okay, so these are the open circuit impedance parameters, since we are deriving the impedance parameters by opening the terminals. Either we are opening the input terminal or we are opening the output ports. Okay, so here this is the question, this is the example. Question is find Z parameter for the given network. Okay, we need to find the Z parameter for the given network. Okay, so here what we can see, we can write equation, we need to write equations. Okay, V1 and I1 in terms of V2 and I2. So here capacitor is there. So here what we can write, so Z1, see here, we can transform this into the S domain, since the capacitor is given as the 2 farad. Okay, and inductor is also there in the network, that is of the 1 Henry. So first what we will do, we will transform the network into the S parameter, into the S domain, so that we will be having all the reactance term and the resistance term. Then we can write the equation. Okay, then we can write the equation, KCL equation or KVL equation. Okay, so what we had done here, this is the network transformed in S domain. Okay, so it is 1 by 2S. Okay, because for capacitor in S domain we will write 1 by S into C. So this is 1 by 2S. Similarly for inductor it will be S into L. So it is S into 1. Okay, now what we will do, here there are two parallel paths. Okay, so what we can do, we can just calculate the equivalent of this. Okay, so that means these two are in parallel. Okay, so suppose this is Z1, this is Z2 and this is Z3. This is Z1, this overall reactance and resistance, that means the overall impedance of this part is the Z2 and this is the impedance in this part, that is Z3. Okay, so Z1 is 1, Z2 is 1 by 2S parallel 1. Okay, Z2 is, what is Z2? Z2 is 1 by 2S parallel 1. Okay, so equivalent of this is 1 by 2S plus 1, and Z3 is S plus 2, because these two are in series. Okay, so now according to definition, Z11 is V1 by I1. Okay, so now if we write equation here, okay, V1 equal to Z1 plus Z2 into I1. Okay, so here Z1 plus, what we will do, we can write V1 equal to Z1 plus Z2 into I1. Okay, so that means according to definition V1 by, if we open this, okay, output terminal, that means V1 by I1, that is the when I2 is 0, this is the Z11. Okay, this implies that Z11 is Z1 plus Z2 in this case. Okay, Z1 plus Z2. So we had written here 1 plus 2S, 1 plus 1 by 2S plus 1. Similarly, Z21 is V2 by I1. Okay, Z21 is V2 by I1 when I2 is 0. So what is V2? If I2 is 0, what is V2? V2 is I1 into Z2. Okay, V2 is I1 into Z2. Okay, so now what is V2 by I1? This is when I2 is 0. Okay, so this is the condition when I2 is 0. This is Z2. So, and this value is Z21. Okay, so Z21 is Z2 in this case, so it will be 1 by 2S plus 1. Similarly, now what we will do, we will open the input port. Okay, that means I1 is 0. When I1 is 0, V2 can be written as I2 into Z2 plus Z3. Okay, so when I1 is 0, there is no current. Okay, that means total current I2 is flowing through this. That means V2 equal to Z3 plus Z2 into I2. So Z22 will be V2 by I2. The condition is I1 0. So it is Z2 plus Z3, 1 by 2s plus 1 plus s plus 2. Okay, so Z22 is this. Similarly, what is V1? When I1 is 0, V1 is Z2, okay, Z2 into I2. V1 is Z2 into I2. So Z12 will be V1 by I2. Condition is I1 is 0, so it is Z2, 1 by 2s plus 1. Okay, so this is the another example. Here we need to calculate the Z parameter for the given network. Okay, so this is to be done like this, that we will apply the KVL equation. Okay, so and now since we will do I2 as 0, okay, then we will calculate the current. Okay, and then we will write the mesh equations. Okay, then we will apply the condition that I2 is 0. Okay, so V1 will be, see here, V1 will be 3I1 minus 2I3, and in mesh 2 we can write V2 as 2I2 plus 2I3. Also we will apply the KVL equation to mesh 3, and then we will solve this. Okay, so after solving this, we will be having these equations, and from this we can derive Z parameters, Z11, Z21, Z12 and Z22. Okay, so next is the Y parameter. Okay, so the Y parameters of a two-port network may be defined as by expressing the two-port current I1 and I2 in terms of two-port voltages. Okay, what will be the equation here? So here I1, I2 will be expressed in terms of V1 and V2. I1, I2 will be function of V1 and V2. Okay, so these are the equations. Okay, so in matrix form we can write this. Okay, so now the individual Y parameters for a given network can be defined by setting each port voltage equal to 0. So what if we need to calculate the Y11, that means we need to put V2 as 0. V2 is 0, that means output port is short circuited. Okay, so output port is short circuited, that means Y11 will be I1 by V1 and Y21 will be I2 by V1. Okay, and when V1 is 0, that means when input port is short circuited, then we will calculate Y12 and Y22. Okay, so Y11 is the driving point admittance. Okay, driving point admittance with output port short circuited, and Y21 is the transfer admittance with the output port short circuited. Okay, so Y11 is also known as short circuit input admittance, and Y21 is also known as short circuit forward transfer admittance, similar to the Z11 and Z21. So here when we will short the input port, that means V1 is 0, then we will calculate Y12 and Y22. Okay, so Y12 is the transfer admittance with input port short circuited. Okay, so Y12 is known as the short circuit reverse transfer admittance. Okay, Y22 is the short circuit driving point admittance when input port is short circuited. Okay, so now these equations, okay, the equations can be shown in the circuit form also. Okay, so the equivalent circuit of the two-port network in terms of Y parameter. Okay, suppose we can represent this equation in the circuit. Okay, so this is the circuit representation, equivalent circuit of the two-port network in terms of Y parameter. Okay, if we see this circuit, V1 equal to Y11 into I1 plus Y12 into V2. Here I1 here. I1 is the input current. Okay, so I1 is the input voltage. Okay, sorry, I1 is the input current, and here current in this path will be V1 into Y11. So I1 will be V1 into Y11 plus Y12 into V2. Here at this node we can write the KCL. Okay, so here I2 will be Y22 into V2 plus Y21 into V1. So this is the equivalent circuit of the two-port network in terms of Y parameter. So here this is the example that determine the short circuit admittance parameter for the network that is shown here, okay, in the figure. So here we need to calculate the short circuit parameter. Okay, so here again we can see that there are inductor and capacitors are there. Okay, so now what we will do, we will transform this network into the S domain. Okay, so this is the transformed network. Okay, so we had transformed network into the S domain. So now in this equation, in this network, okay, what we can write? Okay, we can write this I1. What is I1? I1 is V1 minus V3 divided by 2 by S. Okay, so suppose this is the voltage V1, this is the voltage V3. So what will be the current I1? V1 minus V3 divided by 2 by S. Okay, so now if we apply KCL at this node, okay, so I1, okay, at this node, I1 plus V3 minus V2 divided by this, okay, and V3 divided by 2S. Suppose this is the voltage V3, okay, so this is the voltage V3. So what we can write, I1 here, this is the incoming current and these are the, suppose these are the outgoing current. Okay, so V1 minus V3 into S by 2, this is the current I1. Okay, and current in this path is V3 by S. Okay, and current here V3 minus V2 divided by 2 by S. So it will be S by 2 into V3 minus V2. Okay, so now if we solve this, we will be having V3 in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, so this is the equation. So now if we substitute equation 2 in equation 1, okay, here V3 is there. So now this V3 can be replaced in terms of V1 and V2 with this equation. Okay, so here we had replaced V3, okay, with equation 2. So now we are having, after simplifying, we are having I1 in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, so similarly here we need to apply KCL at this node. Okay, so if we apply KCL at this node, I2 is, okay, see this is the voltage V2. Okay, so at this node, after applying KCL, we can write I2 as V2 by S plus S by 2 into V2 minus V3. Okay, so what is the current here? See, V2 minus V3 divided by S by 2, and this current is, see, if we apply KCL at this node, suppose these are the outgoing current, so it will be I2 equal to V2 by S plus V2 minus V3 divided by 2 by S. So here this is the equation of KCL at node 2. After simplifying, now we are having I2 in terms of V2 and V3 again. So again we need to replace this V2 with V1 and V2 in terms of V1 and V2. So again we are replacing this V3 with equation 2. Okay, so if we put the value of V3 from equation 2, we will be having I2 in terms of V1 and V2, and after simplifying we are having this equation. Okay, I2 in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, see, I1 in terms of, this is I2 in terms of V1 and V2. Now if we write these equations, okay, that means if we write equation number 3 and 5, okay, in terms of matrix form. So in matrix form, if we write this, we are having the Y parameters. Okay, so this is the Y matrix. Okay, Y parameters. So now next is the transmission parameter. So the transmission parameter or chain parameters or ABCD parameter. serve to relate the voltage and current at the input port to the voltage and current at the output port. Okay, so transmission parameter are also known as chain parameter or ABCD parameter or T parameters. Okay, so these are there to relate the input voltage and input current with the output voltage and the output current. Okay, so V1 I1 will be function of V2 and minus I2. Okay, so here negative sign is used with I2. Okay, that was not for the parameters V and D. Okay, so here I2 is minus I2. Okay, so negative sign is there with the current at the output terminal. So the reason the current I2 carries a negative sign is that in the transmission field, output current is assumed to be outgoing, output current will be assumed to be coming out of the output network instead of going into the network. Okay, so what if we represent the two-port network for transmission field? Okay, for transmission field, so this is the I1 current. Okay, and this will be the current I2. Okay, so in other network, what we had seen in other two-port network with other parameters, I1, and this was the direction of the I2. Okay, but in transmission field, the output current is assumed to be coming out of the output port. Okay, not that will be going into the port. Okay, so that's why current I2 has been taken here as negative. So V1 I1 can be expressed with V2 and minus I2. So this is the equation in the matrix form. Okay, so here the matrix ABCD. Okay, matrix ABCD is called the transmission matrix. So for the given network, these parameters are determined as the follows. Okay, so here when output port is short circuited, when output port is open circuited, that means I2 will be 0. When I2 will be 0, we can calculate A and C. Okay, so A will be V1 by V2 when I2 is 0, and C will be I1 by V2 when I2 is 0. So A is the reverse voltage gain. Okay, and C is the transfer admittance. Condition is that output port is open circuited. So here similarly, when output port is short circuited, that is when V2 is 0. Okay, when V2 is 0, we can calculate B and D. So B is minus V1 by I2. Okay, when when V2 is 0, this is B is the transfer impedance. B is the transfer impedance when output port is short circuited. Similarly, D is minus I1 by I2 when V2 is 0. So D is the reverse current gain with the output port open circuited. Okay, so this is the discussion about the transmission parameter or T parameter or ABCD parameter or chain parameter. So in next lecture, we will discuss the numerical problem and other parameters. Okay, so in next lecture, we will discuss the remaining two-port network parameters. So this was all about today's discussion. Thank you all.